Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a 10-minute spondylolisthesis relief exercise that I do when I have a flare-up, and it's super effective and super quick. Let's get started. So we are lying down starting, and I'm going to just slide my hands inside that natural curvature of the spine. I'm going to take a deep inhale and take an exhale to press down on my fingertips. One more time. The pressure comes down from the belly button. Inhale, expand to the side, and exhale. Press down on my belly button and down on my hand. Let's try that a few more times. Inhale and exhale. You're going to notice that you have the inkling to curl your shoulders or tuck your pelvis, so remaining just the shoulders and pelvis to the way it is. You're just gonna press onto that hand. So try to use your core muscles contraction onto your hand and onto the floor. One last time, inhale and exhale. Press down on your hand so much this time, and then you're gonna slightly lift your head up just a couple of inches and set it down. So now your core is awake. Next one, we're going into a dead bug, modified dead bug. I'm gonna show the beginner's option. So once, reach your arms out and then come back in. Inhale and exhale to draw in your belly button and come back in. We're just gonna lengthen out that leg and then draw it in from your belly button and lengthen it out and then drawing in from your belly button. Now, if you feel that this is too easy, option 2 would be lifting your legs into tabletop and then reaching your legs out and then drawing your belly button to bring that arm and the leg together. We have 2 more on each side. And last one, bring it in. Arms go down. Now, I'm gonna have my feet wide open, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., externally rotated feet. I'm gonna peel off my back from the floor and then come on into wide leg bridge series. And we're gonna just think about scooping in that belly and really curling that, giving that space in your low back. Scoop in your belly. So think about belly button into the spine. And we're not trying to go as high as you can, but you're reaching your legs out that way, creating them more tension on your buttocks. And then you're gonna tap, and then you're gonna lift. Inhale to tap, exhale to lift. Really squeeze that smile lines on your butt cheeks. This is so good to give a little length in your lower spine and also strengthen your buttocks, which basically is a foundation for your spine. We have 3 and 2. And last one, scoop up all the way, scoop action one more time, and then slowly cave in your knees and then externally rotate it out. So in and out an inch, in an inch, out an inch with your knees. My feet, notice how my ankles are flexed. This will just give more tension to your posterior chain, such as hamstrings and glutes. And we're here for 3 more, and 2, and 1. And slowly lower down and shake it out. That's a lot, right? And now always coming to the sides and then lifting with your hands. We're going into side plank, but modified version, so you don't have to be scared. We're going to be on knees bent position. So if you're looking at me from the top, the knees better be 90 degrees. So not super low, not super far, just 90 degrees. And my bottom of feet is in line with the mat. The hands go right below my shoulders, and then you're slowly lifting it up. It's gonna feel weird for a couple of times, and then you can adjust your feet position so that you can truly use that bottom hip. So I want you to really lift from that bottom hip. Think that someone's actually pressing it down from here, and then you're lowering down. I like to keep my hand up because it helps with going up and down. And 3 more. And 2. And 1. And then we're just going to hold it here. Really squeeze. Lower an inch, up an inch option to add pulses. And last 3. And 2. And 1. Beautiful. So notice that bottom hip is tight. That's the way it's supposed to be. So you want to strengthen that side. We're just going to do a little bit of mermaid stretch here. So anchoring your sit bones, and you're reaching out and up and over just a little bit. And then coming back, and then changing your feet, reaching up and over. And then coming back. So good. And now we're doing the opposite side. So your arm goes right below, and again 90 degrees with your knees, belly pulled in. From the bottom hips, we are lifting up and then holding up. And just find that alignment so your nose is right in between your pelvis and your head is in line with your spine. And now lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. As you lift, can you really squeeze that bottom hip? And my knees are opening just as a result of this, so we're not trying to do active clamshell or anything. So this is lifting up your hips. 3 more. 2. And 1. And then down. Whew. And one more time. Mermaid stretch. And for spondy, it's extremely important to not go into too much extension, but also not go into so much flexion, because what spondy is an instability. So this last exercise, what we're gonna do is gonna try to build that core strength up so that we don't go into that extension nor flexion. So you are on all fours, and we're just gonna start by pulling in your belly button. Maybe widen your knees just a little bit. You're gonna lower your belly button, look up, and then belly button goes up, look down, and look to your knees, and reach up, and then down. Just give it a little cat-cow, and now you're straight. So your head is in line with your tailbone. You're pulling in your belly button. You're not in arched back, or you're not in tilted pelvis position. From here, bring in your knees, and we're gonna reach one leg at a time. So my left leg reaches out, and it's gonna float. And then the opposite arm floats. Really use that core rather than your legs to support yourself. If you're looking at from the front, you should see that square shape. So making sure to square your shoulders and hips. And we're gonna lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. And give me 3 more. And last one, reach out, 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 and then lower. Big toes touching in the back, press in one more time into child pose, and then slowly coming back up. This time we're going on to, let me swing around so you can see better. So this time we're going on to my right leg, so I'm reaching that leg out, and then floating it as if someone's pulling my leg back, and then the opposite arm floats. Hold. Shoulders are squared, hips are squared. Hold. Really from core, we're building that strength, and then lower down, and then lift. Lower down, and then lift. Can you pull that belly button even more as you lengthen out your leg and the arm? 3 more. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Big toes touching in the back, knees are wide open. Press out of the mat into a child pose. And then move forward And then we're just gonna keep it dynamic for 3 more times. Find the length in your spine each time you press off of the mat. And then come back into center. Whew. I hope that felt great for your body. This is a 10-minute routine that you can do anywhere at any time. Please let me know in the comment down below if you felt better. And if you want more exercises like this for spondylolisthesis, I have a whole program that is set for just for spondylolisthesis. It has all the necessary elements from my personal experience as well as my trainings. And I'm gonna leave it down below. So please check it out, and I will see you in the next class. Bye.